Well, welcome back to Epic LAN. We've got a banger of our game on our hands. Freddie, I'm B-Dog, as always, and you are Grimmy Ranar. I've done that in a really weird order. However, we've got AVA versus EMP's Kids, upper bracket final, and, well, it's going to be an absolute banger, and, well, I know you're excited.
I'm so excited for this one. I cannot express how happy I am to see this matchup. I'm a little bit nervous, though. I'm tentative.
All right.
Because EMP Kids, understandably, in this whole tournament, they're the favourites. They're going into this one regardless of who they're playing against. But the thing is, they've got to this stage in playoffs by 2-0ing Blackhand.
Yep.
The team that should be winning,
yes,
but aren't. And then Temperate, who are kind of looking at the third place. Temperate was just like, it was whitewashed. It wasn't even a competition. I don't think they even got 16 rounds combining the two maps they played. It wasn't even like remotely close. The rounds they lost were honestly because EMP's Kids like just trolled. So it's like, looking at this matchup, AVA mix, you have players like Azuru who unreal, insane. Yeah. Oh, so like you're looking at those, and you're looking at him to be really good, and you know he's probably, if anything, actually better than some of these players on EMP's Kids. But then Konzi and Matt, they don't even play the game anymore. No, they're literally coming into this one like they hadn't touched the game whatsoever, and now they're, I think, minimum top 3, right?
Yes.
Minimum top 3, and like they're here already. Fair play to them. So I'm just interested to see, because like Earl and Mephoria, I'm pretty sure this is actually all of their first HLTV apart from Azuru.
Yeah.
Earl and Mephoria, very stable main players, but the problem is you've got stable main players up against stable advanced players. That's the only issue I'm looking at.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you want to put some positive spin on it, it's Mephoria's first LAN, and he's been playing unbelievably well.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I was speaking to Will just kind of before the game, and he was saying that when you look at the team at Epic, you look at Azuru, you look at Earl that have been putting up the numbers recently, but in actual fact, like Mephoria, like he's been slept on a little bit.
Oh, 100%, 100%, yeah.
Entire tournament.
I think I completely agree with you. He's one of those players that, I'll be honest, especially I remember we stumbled across this team at the beginning of the year, and we were like, who are these guys? And I feel like they're only just, apart from Azuru, they're only just kind of starting to get that recognition now.
Yeah.
And Mephoria, I'm looking at him and I'm like, oh, like, fair enough, this guy's actually playing really well. The only problem is that we'll go back to the same issue of like the team they've been playing. Granted, really good players on, like you've got the odd good player on a team. You're up against a team with straight good players.
Yeah.
And like good players. It's not even like mediocre. You've got someone like Rory, who's the returning winner. You've got Moshi, who's considered the worst in that team, yet he has the potential to like 1v4 you. So that's the only scary part.
Yeah, well look, let's just get straight into the best of 3, Freddie. I'm excited. AVA, they picked into Inferno. A lot of teams are letting AVA just play on Inferno. And, well, I'm going to be honest with you, Freddie, like, these guys are incredible on this map. They are playing so well on it. Starting on this T side, we're going to get straight into the pistol. Lots of utility already being deployed. Double nade stack early, but Jack B gets the early kill.
I mean, that's the confidence coming out right there. He swings down middle, takes the fight onto second mid, and he absolutely nails Konzi. One of the aforementioned first players to have their HLTV game, but AVA, they are not deterred. They're still looking to head towards this A bomb site. They still have a smoke. They have 2 smokes and a flash. This flash is going to have to be a banger, Brandon.
It really has to be, but instead they're going to evade Cypher and head up towards long. As a time in here, Jack B needs to be on the pivot, turns around, that's a wonderful shot, but immediately traded out by Mephoria. Azuru and the gang, they're rapping all the way round, thinking about the B split, but instead heading up towards long, but Cypher's position's unchecked.
Yes, this could be very dangerous. He's the only player on this bomb site still here. He doesn't really have to do anything, he just has to survive. That's the more important thing, to allow for the rotation to come in, but he's going to try and take this fight. A little bit of damage both onto Azuru and Mephoria, but he's just waiting to see for the rotations. Christ, though, he's quick and he's a little bit too ahead.
Oh, but the trades are back and forth. Mephoria with one, but Moshi with the immediate rebuttal.
Azuru.
It's all left onto Azuru. We know what this man can do, but he gets silenced immediately. EMP's Kids, the retake is flawless. It's perfect, and they will pick up the pistol.
It was AVA, they had the right idea. In the end, when Jack B's getting those first 2 kills without pretty much any trade potential, and then Cypher, he didn't get a kill, but he just survived for so long. He allowed for the rotations to come in, and the confidence is already there. Jack B, someone who's been a little bit inconsistent this LAN, mostly on the fact that he doesn't warm up or actually play the game anymore. Still putting up numbers like that and still opening up the rounds is very dangerous for AVA.
But they will force into it. This T side. Staring down the barrel with the AUG, peeking in towards middle. Meforia quite lucky to escape with his life. Moshi being flashed in with that MP9. Potential for a death by 1,000 paper cuts. That grenade, it doesn't do as much damage as he would have hoped for, but map control has been gathered by the CTs.
I mean, this is a very weird round right now, because you do see the map control being gathered, but look at AVA. They haven't really used too much utility, so they still can go into this top brackets take, and there's nothing really stopping them. Now that, oh, that's actually, I really like that. Oh, okay, that smoke's gone CT, sorry. I thought that was going top banana, and I was like, they're going to fake that out. But no, they're actually going straight into B. Two players on this bomb site, both pretty much on orange. I think Earl's going to be opening this up with the Galil. Doesn't get that first kill. The trade's going 1-for-1, but Christ, he's standing up strong with this A1S. Azuma will finally put him down, but the advantage is in favor of EMP's kids.
Yeah, they need to take the space now. Azuma creeping round
Oh
in.
my, he's
Jack
incredible.
B gets caught off guard. The Molotov, and in fact, he's able to escape upon it. Crossfire can be locked in as Joshua and Cypher attempt to retake.
I mean, this is definitely a plausible retake, but there are no kids. Both these players have elected to invest into the upgraded weaponry. EMV and Azulu, they are here to hold. Azulu, he's got this opening pick in the round, and he'll close it off as well. Very nicely done in AVA. They convert that second round.
It's actually really nice as well to see the confidence of AVA rather than just kind of tucking in, just playing just anti-flash, waiting for the time. The rotations they're already in. Instead, they just swing on these angles. They take the fight straight to EMP kids, and they reply immediately. This has got the potential, Freddy, to be so back and forth. I'm very excited. Just these deagles for the EMP kids. Joshua peering down in, but not going to find any shot just yet.
I mean, that was such a nice round from Azulu. You were talking about the confidence for starters, and that confidence is absolutely brewing when you see the Molotov be placed in towards Coffins. It's a fake so he can get into Coffins, and he just gets a free kill, puts it back into a 2v2, and then alongside EMV as well, Matt as well, getting that kill. That was a scary thing going into this one. Konzi, EMV, are they going to be able to step up? Are they going to be able to play at the same level? And I know it's one kill, but it's a very important kill.
We speak about Azuru as well. 5 HP in this round, not ideal at all. AVA grouping, try to take this top brackets control utility, being put down to deny the space from the EMPs kids. Joshua and Cypher, Darcely duo here on the A bomb site. Jack B is rotating in, but he's a long way off.
Cypher, aggressive in towards short, very confident, but it's not going to reward him anything. Look at Jack B though, he's right behind the smoke, it has faded, the wrap smoke's been placed down, and Jack B's going to try and get ahead of that. Doesn't hit the shot, and Earl with this MAC-10 will decapitate him, and now the A bomb site's going to get exploded onto. Christ is here on the rotation, but Joshua doesn't really get anything. Christ's getting a little bit of damage here and there, but Earl, he is farming up the sweet dollar with this MAC-10. $600 per kill, and he's looking to get one more on Moshi.
It's a really nice round from AVA. They just keep things a lot more simple. They just group up, they take top brackets, and they move in as a unit. Trade spacing, we talked about it in the pistol, you mentioned it. It's a lot better here. It is against these partial hand cannons, which have got potential to go absolutely nuclear with some of the players on the CT side. Crisis averted, and AVA get consecutive rounds in a row.
I mean, honestly, they're already doing better than I genuinely thought they would. This is looking so much better from AVA. Like, I know it's only 2 rounds, 3 rounds, but it's like, they're actually not just... They're doing better than Temperate. They're doing better than Temperate and Black Hand already did against EMP Kid, and it's nice to see that, to be honest.
It's interesting that you mentioned that, as we've just kind of got this almost free real estate on B, just got the USPs. So we talk about a little bit of the history. You had a look at that Temperate game, right?
Sadly for them, yes. Temperate got absolutely destroyed. It wasn't even close. And now, out of this is a full eco. It has been put back into a 2v2. The bomb is down in T-Spawn. Joshua and Christ being able to upgrade to the SMG, so it's a kind of not much of an upgrade, but a bit of pandemonium. And yeah, EMP's kids, they've rotated over towards that A bomb site, and AVA, they've got a minute left on the clock, they have time to play with. Yeah,
that's so clever though. I like this from EMP's kids. They've taken Banana by getting these kills, and they've run all the way back through CT, and the trap, it potentially has been sprung, but AVA are keen to retake Banana. They want to gather every piece of information they have at their disposal before they execute on towards a bomb site.
This is where I really believe having a player like EMV in your team where it gets to a negative factor. These are the close 2v2s when pressure starts to brew. And someone like Ozuru, he's been in these situations, he knows what to do, but I can definitely see the non-experienced players of EMV and Konzi start to get a little bit scared. And look at this from Christ and Joshua. They are so close, and I don't don't think AVA are going to expect that. Hold on a second, though. Azuru, he is here to play. He hits the first headshot, and now it's up to EMV, and he'll do the same onto Joshua. Emps Kids, it gets very close, but no cigar.
Yes, they got the round, but it comes at such a heavy cost, right? It's just the full USPs, and it gets 4 kills in the round. That was scary for AVA, but at the very least, it is another round on the board. You do talk about the economy. Look at it. EMV, the only one with really any bank balance at all. Konzi on the AWP at the very least might be contested by Jack B in middle.
Yeah, I mean, interesting Jack B on the AWP as well, because I think that there was contention of Joshua AWP on this map instead of Jack B. But talking about that way straight away, he's already got a pick on towards that B bomb site. Earl is already out the IGL of this AVA squad. That's a big scalp to take early on, and Joshua's going to get a cheeky one onto Konzi there. The Molotov even misses, so it actually gives Joshua a bit of a one-way here, and he'll take that with open arms. Azuru's been decapitated. It's all down to EMV and Meforio against 5.
And Cypher's position hasn't even been revealed, but EMV will clear it at the very least. Knows that Joshua resides in the pit. Molotov sprays in, but it doesn't even matter. EMP Kids immediately just get it on the board. They bounce back. And you're talking about this economy. Yes, EMV can drop a couple of guns over, but is it even worth it?
Well, yes, on the fact that they're on a double eco. They have to buy into this one. They've only got 1,900 loss bonus going into the following round. So, yeah, they have to buy into this. They've got 2 AKs, 2 Tech 9s and a Deagle. Jack B getting aggressive yet again. He's not going to connect that shot. That's a little bit lucky. I think Meforio was there with the Deagle. So, good that they haven't given up anything early on. But that utility damage onto Earl. 23 HP and the round's barely even started.
At the very least, though, it's just one of these Tech 9 players. He does have the pieces of utility to really supplement this execute that AVA have in mind towards this B bomb site. You see what EMV are trying to do towards top brackets, trying to get things going, but again, it's this elevated position for Emps Kids that is just really difficult to clear.
Oh my god, this is huge. He shifts for a smoke. Jack B loses his life. That's a huge opening frag for this round. It's on the wrong side of the map. Azuru here. He's entering on. He's done it yet again. Very nicely done. EMV's also got the rotations on CT on lock. He knows that Jack B is already dead, so the AWP is out of the game, and Joshua and Cypher probably looking to save him. One thing I want to mention, even though it's working very well, AVA are expending a lot of utility on towards top banana there. They're continuously, maybe, I don't know if scared is the word, but they're using Molotov sandbags and corner every round. However, Brandon, this is not done. There's still potential for this one.
There's a kit on the board on both of these players. Cypher dropping a nade in, but nobody's home. Instead, Konzi will find the kill, and Azuru, he doesn't actually find the kill, but he was so far advancing towards CT. Konzi doubles up, and AVA doubled the score of Emps Kids.
Well, EMV, what a round from him. He throws that long smoke. He also, like, by doing, he could have simply just run away. He's held Jack B there. He's held for the rotations. He's done really nice in that aspect. And then he's gone one step further, shifted for his own smoke, and, well, there's no chance that Jack understands that. And then Azuru, nicely done, you know, he's doing what he should be doing. He trades. I think it was, who went first? Like someone's making space, and then Azuru comes in as that kind of like third, second man, and he's there to clean up the pieces basically and figure out where the players are, catch them when they're trying to rotate, when they're in no man's land. Perfect round. EMV blocks off rotations in CT, only keep 2 alive, but in the end, that's a round that they probably, there's a very high chance they didn't win, especially when Cruyff got those first 2 kills when they were executing.
Aggression takes place in towards middle, though. Jack B pushing down with the Deagle. His position is currently unknown. Ooh,
there's utility damage. We were talking about Emps Kids, but now look at AVA's. Christ was on 10 HP before he even saw someone.
But hang on. Here comes the Deagle. Doesn't even come into consideration. Konzi finds 2. Cypher with the P250 eliminates EMV. Azuru spray just about gets it done. And Moshi's position, whilst it is unknown, AVA have a free A-bomb site.
I mean, he could get 1 hit. Oh, no. Yeah,
no,
never
see you
mind.
later.
But the confidence of Konzi there. He reached 3 peaks twice.
Yeah, fair.
Like, I was not expect. AVA, I could see when I said that third round. You look like you mimicked me. You were mocking me.
I was confused, bro.
They're doing better already than Temperate did in both maps.
Damn. Okay. AVA. Point to prove. Flashbangs. potentially being used. It's going to be a fast change of pace here. Konzi going for the early pick, but Joshua's there on short. Man advantage. Cypher, oh, his position's completely unknown. Azuwu in the smoke somehow finds two. Jack B will trade at the very least, but out towards the balcony and short. The rest of the players reside, but the quick scope on towards Earl. EMV trades, but it's a 2 versus 2.
The bomb as well is only just coming up towards second mid now. It's on the back of Mephoria. We've got EMV stuck on this bomb site. He replenishes that long smoke. He missed the first one, so it's not even, like, realistically, that's very bad as well. So they've already lost one. They only have one more smoke left, and the bomb hasn't, it might not even get to the bomb site, because look at where Moshi is, but never mind. EMV, he's definitely surprising me right now, and Christ, the LAN holder, the only person in this LAN that won the last one. He's trying to sneak in on 1v2, and I forgot how to speak for a second, but EMV, this guy's on fire. Oh, he's the second. EMV is the second highest fragger in the server right now.
Well, I don't know. It might just be a LAN buff. And this, bear in mind, this guy doesn't really play the game.
Wait, he doesn't. It's not doesn't really. He doesn't. He literally doesn't. Like, both him and Konzi, like, they're older now. They have jobs. They don't have time to play the game. They just came here for vibes.
Well, certainly working. Positive energy flowing. Cypher peeking in, but can't find any kills of his own. Joshua pushing in towards second mid, but his position's now completely compromised. Will eliminate Azuwu at the very least, but that rifle is irrecoverable.
And it's a little bit of damage that could be avoided. AVA, especially with Earl and the EMP quite low, they got to be careful they don't give up any more weapons. And EMP's kids, they've already claimed 1 AK on Moshi. And Kryos, I think there could be one that he can claim. Is it second mid?
Yeah, one second
so
mid.
He's yeah. Are they still, actually, they're just going to go for this. No, okay, never mind. As soon as I hear that, Moshi runs away. Cheers, Moshi.
That's all good. Look, they're recovering 2 AK-47s. They are playing the long game, but AVA, it's a statement here on Inferno. Lots of teams have allowed this team to pick into it, and time again they are successful. A clear game plan in Earl's mind, and he's really executing it to perfection. You were talking about Azuwu being that second player in. I think it's Earl. He's the one that's running in first. He is really selfless. He wants to set his team up for success. Is there going to be a save on the cards for Krives? There will be indeed a couple
really
of kills.
big.
Yeah, well, it's not too bad. I mean, they can rebuy, and
But it's just like that long term, it will add up.
it does to a certain extent. You are quite right. You can see what that's done to Earl's money at the very least.
Yeah, because like, they only have 1,400 loss, so if they lose this next money, Earl and Azuwu can't buy up. Konzi will, and Mephoria and MV will only have enough to buy themselves. Especially with this EMP's kids, they've got a full buy now. This is where they're looking to bring it home with 2 AKs. The AWP on Jack B. We haven't seen him be too successful on that, apart from that one round the A bomb site, where unfortunately they weren't able to convert it. But EMP kids, they picked this. Or no, I don't think they didn't pick it against Black Hand, but they played it, and they beat Black Hand on this. They beat, some would say, the best team at this LAN on this map, and now AVA, they're 5 rounds up, and they're going through apps now. Flashes are coming out, but Jack B, he's able to get the first. He spots out the second, but he will get traded out by Azuwu. Still man advantage in favor of EMP's kids. Cypher, oh, he had to stay alive there. It's all down to Yosh, but the trades. Azuwu is just so clinical. He's there every single time behind his teammates, and what we were saying about him being second and third is just so true. However, the bomb is down. The Molotovs doesn't allow Krives to peek into it, and these 2v2, the retake's going to come in, but it's going to be hard.
EMV tucking in towards the pit. Crossfire has been established if they want to tuck in and look towards long. Molotov is going to displace his position though, and as EMV moves round to mini pit Azuwu, he's going to raise and elevate himself, but that smoke is perfect. It isolates the gunfights, and now Azuwu's in the 1 versus 2 being spammed out. His position not known, reveals himself for the first, and Moshi wins out the trade.
That smoke, I don't know if you saw it, but from Moshi's perspective, he could see the feet of Azuwu. I don't know if that was meant to be, but I think Moshi may have got a little bit lucky there. So unfortunate, and that smoke that can, in both aspects, won them that round. It was able to isolate a 1v1 with EMV, and then, well, accidentally give him a one-way onto Azuwu. And we were talking about the money. A little bit lucky they got the bomb down. That's an extra $800, but now they've got nothing.
It's really interesting because it felt like that apps pop shouldn't have worked. It was a triple short setup. You had one boosted, one playing anti-flash, AWP even holding on the balcony. But AVA, they just surmount to the pressure. They get a bomb plant at the very least. Another boost is taking shape at top brackets. Meanwhile, he's fighting for top banana.
Wait, where's Matt just taken 80 damage from? Apps?
Yeah, looks like it.
Did he get spammed? Oh, that's a little bit unfortunate hand. AVA, they're doing good at map control right now. They have basically top brackets, but what EMP's kids are doing well is they have Cypher looking in towards Boiler, so they're not really needing to contest it. And as well with Jack B on a very deep angle, he's going to be close rotation onto B as well. But that's a very early smoke being dropped by Moshi. Cruyff doesn't have one either, so they've got no smokes right now on the B bomb site. They're kind of relying on Jack B's rotation if an execute comes in, but I don't think it will.
Cypher lands Azuwu out of this server. EMV Molotov away in the apartments, forcing AVA away. A new plan of attack needs to take shape. Potentially it could be that B bomb site.
Oh, he got stuck. Okay.
Jack B will get out. Unsticks himself from the archway and now posts on the angle, waiting for a cross.
Oh, they tried to run boost and it didn't work. EMV loses his life, and I think Earl could be on the chopping block, and he is so. Now the B-bomb. Oh, okay, what just happened? Before we were highlighting him as a player to watch, and he has absolutely just destroyed that B-bomb site. The bomb goes down 2v3 in favor of EMP's kids. All of them retaking from CT. They've got a lot of utility. Before he was low HP, but he's upgraded to this orb, and oh, it's going to be hard for AVA, but Brandon, do you believe?
There's a chance, got to be careful though, has to dodge the utility, common spots that can be Molotoved out. Joshua with that incendiary about to be deployed in, straight onto his toes, burns alive, and Joshua doubles up. EMP's kids win that retake, perfect utility and well executed from Joshua.
I mean, okay, realistically, that was a 2v5. How in any world did that end up that close? So unfortunate. Joshua gets those final 2 kills. And Mephoria, he tried his best. He got 3 kills. But what can you do? I think they're actually going to look at the buyback into this potentially. Or is it actually going to be a hero AK? I'm not too sure. Nope. Okay, they're going straight into this. Fully investing.
It makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense, does it?
Yeah,
yeah,
look,
well,
look
yeah,
because
they only kept one alive.
You're completely right. Look, it's a Mag 7 on Cruyff. That's not ideal, but he's going to play up close towards this half wall.
Ship style.
We call the XM the alligator. I call this one the snapping turtle.
Snapping turtle. Oh, I love that. And well, that's why he's just somehow done 50 damage to Azuwu.
Fair.
Fair.
My Mag 7 doesn't do that.
Yeah,
Mag 10 leading the charge.
Ooh,
potentially, this is going to be quick.
Flashbang
Flashbang through, Azuwu straight forward. Immediately traded out with the Tech 9. Rotations need to come on the way because L's hit Moshi.
Jack B, though, he's here close and personal. He puts it back into a 3v3. Tags down Euphoria. Holding the angle, misses the shot. Almost line them up, but EMV does so successfully. Still a 2v2. Joshua, the hero of last round, looking to do the same. He actually hits Mephoria with a flash, and now Konzi. I said he was one of the most inexperienced players on this server, but he's got the confidence with the PG-50, and he dominates Cypher there. Insta-dink, and AVA, they've hit 8. They've won the half already. How has this happened?
Konzi pulls out a PC-50 and just wide swing Cypher. Double headshot, see you later. The confidence on this man is unbelievable. They're playing like they have nothing to lose. And, well, right now, it's paying its weight in gold. Peeking on in towards middle. Jack B narrowly escapes. And EMP's kids, they're just on the deets once again. Earl nading his way up towards top banana. Got to be careful. Triple stack in. But he's mowing them all down. Azuwu with the UMP in tow. It's all the money being farmed up for the teams.
Brandon, what's happening?
AVA are doing it.
They're about to go 9-4. Mosh actually got... Wait, did he just shoot Earl through the wall, through the smoke?
I think so, yeah.
I'm lucky. But, like, what's happening? It's 9-4. They're looking... Like, the thing is, they're looking comfortable, they're also looking so ropey. Like, they're keeping, on these rounds, 2 or 3 players alive each time. And, like, you know... The amount of 1v1s it's come down to, the amount of 2 close situations, and here, like, Azuwu survived on, what is that, very low HP, 3 HP, so if he'd lost, if he died as well, this has been A, very close, and B, very expensive, and Konzi, he's kind of hunting for no reason right now, like, he doesn't need to. I mean, perfect Molotov, he does finally hit the shot, I mean, like, I guess it worked, but why is he even hunting there?
The only bit of thing I can think of is, look, we're in a LAN environment. These teams are sat very close to each other.
Oh, they're literally next to each other.
They are literally next to each other. You hunt them down. You kill them round after round after round. You've got that mental edge. You're shouting and screaming every time you kill them. Another round is on the board. AVA are the underdogs, and they are one step closer. They are pushing each and every time they post a round on the board.
Yeah, I was talking to EMP about this, and he said that the problem that they had against Blackhand was whenever Blackhand started stringing rounds together, EMP's kids were getting really quiet. And then I was really talking about like staying close to each other. He said that he was going to be really loud himself and like shout at the AVA people to get in their head because they're less experienced. And these tactical pauses, there's a second one coming out for EMP's kids. Kai, Cypher is the IGL of this team, and whenever he takes those pauses, it's basically just going to EMP and just going, what do we do? That's what he was saying to me. He said like he turns around and goes, what do we do?
See all the flames taking shape towards Banana. 3-man stack for the CTs towards that position.
Ooh.
They want to take it with force. Being flashed in, doesn't even matter. Konzi eliminates Jack B towards top brackets. It's another opening, but AVA might walk into this stack.
This is spectacular right now. They are walking into the stack, so the Molotovs are isolating them. They're pushing them forward, but it does not matter. Moshi is good for one, gets traded out, and Kreis is there to overwatch him. Man advantage now in favor of EMP's kids, and AVA looking to rotate towards this A-bomb site. EMP and Konzi, the two new kids on the block, the two hours past weeks, will be looking to give them double digits.
One smoke grenade, that's all they've got to work with. Konzi just playing on the edge of his that he's just deployed, but the rotations they're in for EMP's kids. All of the CTs are here on this A-bomb site, flashing themselves over. Cypher can just play anti-flash, and he can just clean up the kills as well. Nice hold from the most experienced man, or one of the most experienced men in this server right now.
I'd say, I think it's safe to say the most experienced. Like, he literally plays top 50 HLTV. He's one of the highest rated players, and he's one of the most hyped up players, I think it's fair to say, within the UK scene. Whenever I do interviews with UK talent, UK players, like, who are you looking at, Cypher? Straight away, and he's here now struggling against AVA.
Jack B nearly hits the collateral, but he hits the no-scope anyway. Mephoria with the trade at the very least, but look, the damage, it's already been done.
Did he just, like, collapse 3 people?
Yeah.
I mean, fair play to him from that perspective. And Jack B, he's been having a weird one. He's died 14 times. He's died every single round but one. But he's been getting, because he's been very aggressive. He's going in AVA's face, and it does work. And, well, here he's pretty much killed 4.
Look at Cypher.
He needs to tickle them, and he gets 2 kills.
Easy peasy. Doesn't even need to reveal himself just now. They're going to need to clear this corner, though. It's essential! And Azuru with the trade at the very least, but now there's less than 50 HP between these two players combined. Dropping an arch smoke. It's going to isolate this gunfight on towards Joshua, but the off-angle Azuru is not expecting that one. Mephoria low HP with the AWP, misses the first shot and won't be allowed a second. EMP's kids, I'll tell you what, they recover towards the end of that first half. 4 rounds out of the last 6. And they take 6 with them on this T side.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely a good recovery. It looked like for a weird second that AVA were genuinely running away with that one. However, they are on the CT side, and it's a bit of a weird one, Inferno, because we're definitely in a CT side meta. Obviously, we're in a, like, the A1S, even though it's been nerfed, we're still sitting here looking at every CT side has an advantage, but Inferno is one of the few maps where it's like pretty much like 51-49% in favor of CT. So AVA, even though they're on the CT side right now, it's not necessarily an advantage, and Konzi trying to do what Jack B did to him on the pistol round. Azuru is going to be careful. They are hunting him down. There's only 2 players on this A-bomb site right now. Earl with the rotation isn't going to have anything, and it's all down to Azuru. He hits that first shot, but the A-bomb site has been overrun now at Brandon.
Yeah, it's just too many numbers. EMV trying to rotate in through the apartments. Mephoria is here as well towards top brackets, but their positions have already been noted, and Cypher delivers a quick headshot, and EMP's kids clean up the round quite easily, to be honest. It's very simple. They just run up, they just have good trade spacing, and it's not even really required. Only one player will fall on the pistol for the T side.
Alarm bell's not flaring just yet for AVA.
No.
They've still got those 2 rounds lead, but the problem with something, especially on LAM, and especially in a position like this is EMP's kids. You're talking about they had 4 in the last 6, now they have 5 in the last 7. They're starting to inch back a little bit of momentum, and that can go a long way. And while I was mentioning about how they got very silent when they were playing against Blackhand, potentially the same problem we saw here early on. They underestimated AVA. AVA started stepping up, and I can definitely see, especially in those like the personalities in this roster, them just going silent and getting in each other's heads.
Joshua at the very least deals with the first portion of the AVA aggression. Second hurdle for EMP's kids will be this shotgun hiding in between the half wall. Flashed off, gives away his position, gets a lot of opportunities, but Christ with the MAC-10 just goes one better. Azuru trying to play ahead of the smoke before it blooms, but doesn't get anything for his troubles.
That was so close to succeeding at so many hurdles there, but unfortunately AVA only have Meforia and Konzi up against 5 now. It's good for a first. Konzi will get a tag, but that's all she wrote, and EMP kids now looking to get a 9th against this eco.
Yeah, taking 4 AKs with them. Heavy investment, leaving nothing to chance. And you're right, AVA going to be forced into a position where they need to save their finances, pinch the pennies. Just only a deagle on Meforia and a smoke on Azuru. Not really too sure what he's doing.
I was like, is he lining up some mad smoke? No,
I was excited.
Smoking. Yeah, I was really excited. He's definitely baited us out there.
Yeah, he has. But EMP's are taking it slow. They're waiting for any aggression that AVA might throw at them during this eco round.
Oh, they're all playing in a Astrala stack, I just realised.
Yep. And guess where EMP's kids are currently going?
I mean, but the thing is, as soon as Krive sees one, hopefully he should back off. We do see, especially with this over-aggression, potential overconfidence.
Yep, see you later.
But yeah, I think I would say, if they genuinely didn't have EMP, I could see these players over-aggressing and getting a little bit too confident, especially now we're on HLTV, because they do care about stats in the end. But I think, especially with the fact that they have EMP behind them, EMP is making sure that they aren't silly like this, and it's only Konzi and Azura now left with their USPs, probably going to be meeting the same fate. Does have that Zeus, ooh, I kind of want to see potential for someone walking into him, but I doubt they're going to give it to him, sadly.
Not yet. Konzi falls on the other end of the map. Azuru.
Did you get wait, did he get spammed? No.
No. Yeah, not really too much you can do. So, we'll try and electrocute someone on the way out. But apart from that, AVA, it's just an eco. You can write this one off. Scoreline is now tied up, Freddy.
I honestly... Alarm bells potentially starting to get a little bit like, okay, we're on our first gun round right now. We probably should be really winning this one. AVA, I think this is the round that they really have to get this. And with EMP's kids keeping 4 and 5 players then alive, their money's looking really good. Christ is the only person that's not too comfortable, but he'll be able to get a drop over. And AVA, they're going to have to win 2 in a row here, and they're going to have to try to do it as flawlessly as possible. Konzi was AWP, something aggressive, or is he just, peeking into mid from a different angle, and he gets a collateral. He does so much damage,
huge.
but no kill. And he's trying to get away with this Molotov. 11 HP. Oh, that was a close one, and 3 players pretty much instantly very low HP, but look at this from Meforia. Just a wild spam through the smoke, and Cypher, 11 to 14, he's been nowhere.
Really nice reaction from AVA. You see Konzi dancing around the utility, causing a little bit of a disruption. EMP's kids, they want to get that kill. Joshua going to be forced forward from the Molotov.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And EMV will take away his life. Struck off the record now is Jack B.
Right.
Christ with the immediate trade in, because Konzi was just overstepping the mark a tad. 2 versus 2 on this A bomb site right now.
Yeah, I think that is definitely where confidence comes to bite you in the backside there. Re-peeking when he probably shouldn't have. Krive scaring the bomb site player a little bit there. He's spammed just above Azuru's heads, basically. But yeah, Konzi, I could be wrong, but I feel like that is potentially where the experience shines, because the players he play against normally at the level he has played, I think you can get away with that. I think you can get away with just dry swinging an angle, re-peeking, and you hit your shot, and they don't, and they're not able to kill you. But he's playing against people of much higher caliber that will capitalize on small mistakes like that. However, all good in the end though.
What's interesting as well is that actually costs him the AWP, and Jack B He's now uncontested with this sniper on this T side. Cypher trying to creep his way through this smoke. Trying to lead the charge here for the EMP's kids up Banana. AVA will concede temporarily, but Mephoria ducks underneath the crosshair. Moshi next to Trey, but that flashbang is perfect. Doesn't matter. Doesn't need to see Mephoria. And the trade is in. Earl is now left all alone. Passes the first test. A lot more to do, though.
Yeah, that's actually really good that he was able to get that frag on Moshi. Swinging out, Konzi somehow is able to get Jack B. Joshua whiffs on him blatantly. Earl spamming through the box. Actually hits Christ behind him. 3v2 retake now. A fair bit of utility. And Earl just continuously doing a little bit of chip damage. EMV got to be careful here. He's got the AWP in front of him. Doesn't see him, but all very nicely done. And now you were saying that Konzi didn't have that AWP. It's picked back up. That's 2 in a row. AVA, they did what I said they had to. They reach 11. However, the bomb going down actually almost gives EMP's kids another buy with the only 1900 loss bonus. It's going to be a weird one. I don't know what to... Maybe Hero 8Ks on 2 players, but Cypher as well, 11 to 15. That is actually shocking. He's been shut down 3 rounds in a row now, and you best believe EMP has taken a pause just to, if anything, just tell him to wake up.
We'll talk about the finances, right? You said it would be a weird investment. If they do elect to go into it, they're going to have to then have this conversation of, you need utility on Inferno, so we can't invest into all of these AKs. Going to need to just get maybe SMGs, go for maybe a bit of a faster approach. Cypher with the immediate purchase of the AK. And yeah, we see a couple of Mac 10s across the board. Tech 9 for Crifes, and could pick up some utility. There we go. So not the best buy in the world, but 3 AKs is nothing to scoff at, really. And you're right, Konzi back on that AWP.
This is a very weird game, Brandon, I can't lie. And if AVA do take us home, I would be... If they win this map, then wow. I'd be very impressed. It is their map pick, so they are kind of not out of the flames just yet. They still got to defeat EMP's kids on Dust 2, which we have seen them be very successful so far already today against Temperate. And look at this, they're going for an Apps pop. AVA tried it, didn't work well when they tried it. EMV was the first hurdle, but Moshi has just blown Jack B's head off. And however... Even though they had that team kill, AVA still unable to really get anything done. That was such a simple execute. They did invest fully into it. It was a weird, janky one, but it seemed to have worked.
Yeah, sometimes the best thing you can do is just to kind of keep it simple. Go for an outs pop, it's just one flashbang. That's all that's needed to get this execute going. Mephoria actually playing trigger discipline, so he can hear these players all around him. He just wants to save onto it. Does he even go for a ninja, maybe?
I mean, he can try, but now he's on 4 HP.
Yeah,
I don't think he can even, like, you have to literally be in T-spawn to survive now, and Cypher's going to cut him off.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Increased bomb radius on Inferno. Cypher should collect this kill. Oh, Mephoria!
What an angle.
Oh, that's disgusting.
That's actually such a gremlin angle. That's so disgusting. That's so funny. And, I mean, that's actually kind of huge you got those 2 kills, to be honest. Because look at, like, the money's still good, but it's definitely limited EMP's kids. If they did keep those 4 players alive, it would have been like, okay, we're comfortable, we're Gucci, now they've got nothing. This is definitely a big round for EMP's kids. And
Actually,
equally,
yeah.
yeah, look, no one's got money.
Most important round of the game so far. Flashbang being lined up for Banana. Konzi peeking in, but gets flashed off the line. Doesn't actually go for the second bite of the cherry. Instead, will play a more passive line, peeking in towards second middle.
Ooh!
But it doesn't matter, he still finds the kill anyway.
I think Jack B maybe peeked him. And look at this towards the B bombs, like EMP's kids, they are creeping up. We have seen this before, Mephoria has been ready, but are they going to be ready for them to be so close? I'm not too sure. The rotations have come in momentarily. We see Konzi here. These retake smokes are coming in, but they're too late. Oh, Earl's in a sticky one now. Earl's going to try and survive as best as possible, but Cypher, what a shot. I was talking down on him a little bit and saying that he should be doing better, and well, that's definitely a good start.
That's round done.
That's the round done, basically because the B bomb side is caught lacking.
And AVA can't go for this. The finances are in too much of a difficult position. Very important save now on the cards for them. I think EMP's kids will allow it to happen, just given their financial situation as well. They can't throw too many players at this because the rebuys are too costly for them. So unless Konzi gets eliminated on the way out, that is a sniper rifle being retained and carried forward into the next. But this game right now is very back and forth as the scoreline is once again tied up.
Well, I'm pretty sure they've only got 1,400 loss as well, so like they're skins. They've got nothing really for themselves right now. Oh, 1,900 or 2,400. How much money is that? Wait, what was their loss bonus? Oh, 2400. Okay, grand. That's actually not too bad because I think we can see that Earl can probably buy a FAMAS or an MP9. Azuru could even drop over an A1S. And one player, actually, Azuru, he's really dropped off on the CT side. He had 18 kills at half. He's had one in these rounds we've had on the CT side.
They haven't really been challenging him, to be fair.
Yeah, they've been very well avoiding him.
Yeah.
And then on that A bomb site when they popped out, like, he just got instantly domed.
Yeah, I mean, it's really difficult, like, the flashbangs flying in your face there, and you're right, it's interesting that the game plan right now for EMP's kids is avoid Azuru at all costs, pressing down that weak point on the B bomb site, trying to make it work. MP9s for Earl and Muforia. Cypher peeking on in down towards middle.
Yeah,
and Konzi gets eliminated. Yes, just one time too many.
Yeah, I think they really expected that time, and they've actually stuck 3 towards the B bomb site. So EMV, he's in a pickle. They've just spotted out there. He's dropped in towards mini pit. He has a smoke and a flash to work with, but he's just going to have to keep his AK, his A1S out. The fact that he even gets one there is quite impressive. Moshi, though, doing well to get the first. Azuru seeing what he can do. 2 players very low, so there is potential of this. But I don't know. Yeah, both players have a kit. There's 2 flashes. Muforia has to get the frag here. And, well, with Jackby losing his life, with Jackby killing Azuru, getting a big AWP shot to the stomach.
In a reverse.
In a reverse, yeah. I think this is starting to look a bit ropey for AVA. They are now, I think, for the first time since it was 6-6, they've lost the lead.
Loss bonus is starting to accumulate. I think even with it, though... Oh, okay.
The money for Em's kids is still awful.
Wait, hang on. Crifts, is he going to have time to try and kill Muforia? No, not quite. Whew, it's close.
Yeah, and that's no AWP as well going into the next round. Jackby's going to have to reinvest that, but he doesn't have the money himself, so Yosh is probably going to drop it over. I mean, Muforia can drop an A1S to Earl. And, I mean, they actually could as well. If Muforia drops an A1S to Earl, they actually can. But I've had a big worry on the C side. AVA have not seemed like the same confident team that they did on the T side, especially that round prior when they were doing that retake smokes on top banana. It's just they threw that smoke and then Earl just didn't throw the molly. He took so long, and then before it was so obvious, like, if you're throwing that smoke and you throw that Molotov, you're probably going to have someone like either CT on the middle of the open holding for the angle. So you've got 3 T sides player, you've got 3 Ts just swinging an angle, knowing that Muforia is going to be out in the open, and AVA potentially the steam has worn off, and EMP's kids are starting to really show their experience.
I think once you move on to the T side, EMP's kids can really change and dictate the pace of the game, which is something that AVA were doing really well on their T side, netting them a lot of the rounds. Azuru just playing on the cusp with this smoke, giving them a little bit of a gap to work with, but Jack B doesn't want to get caught off guard, but might do with that peek, but that's an incredible kill to open his account.
Again, Azuru being very silent on the Z side, trying to make stuff right, but he hasn't been able to. Konzi, the solo B defender, will put it back into a 4v4. A nice little shot. He's actually boosting someone up towards CT. Oh, this is a nice little react. He's actually just dropped down. Wait, Konzi just got one for the smoke as well. Earl running through like a madman. Konzi, this could be his round to win. This could be where he stamps his seal onto this game. AVA 3v3 retake, especially with Muforia so fast on the flank. They are looking for him though. Look at Moshi. He's ready for this, but now he's going to have to reposition and try focus on CT and Coffins.
Awful silent. It's a game of timings right now. If Muforia gets caught off in Banana, Emskis can relocate back towards the A-bomb site.
No,
Flash in is perfect. Cypher eliminates Konzi, but Muforia has found an opening. Joshua eliminated, and so is Moshi. It's all left up to Cypher, and the MP9 of EMV will prevail. AVA retake the bomb site, and the C4's not even planted.
They had no right to win that round. They had nothing. They had an AWP, like an MP9, a Deagle or 2. Muforia picks up the A1S going... did he buy the A1S in?
I think so.
Either way, super, super well done. And we were talking about how limited the money was for EMP's kids, and this is exemplifying that. 12-12. And they're on, I think they've got 4 pieces of armor, a little bit of utility, pistols. They're actually seeing the smoke. They're going to pop through. And again, this B bomb site is going to get tested. It's good for the first. And R's going to be careful he doesn't lose up his life. He has to place down his utility and try hold them off. But this B bomb site, it's been so weak time and time again. And EMP's kids, they've really started to they've started to just abuse this.
They have good grenade onto Christ at the very least. Miss smoke, though, is not ideal, but it allows Konzi to re-peek in. He's doing what he does best, going for these kills. Crifes hiding in the smoke, but Konzi will hit all the shots.
What?
Doesn't matter. Hat trick on the B-bomb site for Konzi. AVA retake the lead.
That was amazing from Konzi. Like, the discipline there to get the first shot onto Jack B. He saw that, who was it in the smoke that was shooting?
Crifes.
Oh, Crifes. He knows that Crifes is there, but he also has an inkling that Jack B is still going to have to run up, and he waits for that. Super, super nicely done, and now AVA, they claim back this lead. Konzi with this AWP is looking dangerous, and EMP's kids, they've got the weaponry. Crifes is on a Mach 10, that's not ideal, and if AVA win this could be them really looking forward to going 16.
They're going back to what worked last time a few rounds ago. It's just going to be an apps pop, potentially. Grouping in towards the apartments. Konzi posted on Boiler. In fact, they're going to burst straight out of this.
Yeah, long smoke coming in, actually going through Boiler, going to be running up short. Konzi is completely smoked out. He has to rotate and try help them. EMV and Azuru, it's all down to them. Azuru is good for that first kill. And the A bomb site, it's finally holding strong. And now AVA on to 14. The bomb does not go down. EMP's kids, they have no money. And somehow, who would have expected this? AVA are potentially about to take map 1 off EMP's kids. The favourites in this tournament, AVA, someone you wouldn't even expect it to get here, are causing an upset. The biggest upset of the land so far.
This is a golden opportunity to do it. Place yourself onto match point on your map pick, just up against the Deagles. Don't want to throw anything away. Don't want to be so silly in your peaks, AVA. Got to bide your time and make these ones work. EMP's kids waiting for aggression, and they're about to take apartments.
Well, because the thing with EMP's kids is that the first time they went towards the A bomb site, I'm pretty sure it was actually it was a very bad position to counteract their apps pop, and Konzi also wasn't there. He was on the B bomb site. So having all those pieces now, that last round, it was clinical. They only lost one member, and well, EMV, what is EMV and Konzi? What is happening? How is it? EMV and Konzi are contending and playing even potentially better than literal top 50 players in the world.
Jack B 1 versus 4 needs a quad kill if he even wants to go for this. The issue is the bomb is in no man's land, and it's under rule by 3 AVA players. Could give this a go.
I mean, I don't know, because they have max loss bonus, but they can't buy an orb.
No.
I think Jack B saves this. I think he has to save this.
They have to, yeah.
The reason why he's AWPing Brandon on this, because he's not an
AWPer. Hang on.
I mean, it's going to be rough, especially with Earl coming in the flank. But the reason why he's AWPing and Yosh isn't AWPing is because Jack B's not good on a rifle. That's the sole reason, because he hasn't played the game for a while. He's not good on this rifle. He's focusing on that AWP. So not having that going into this last round could be really, really crucial for EMP's kids. And AVA, they've got 3 rounds. They've got 3 attempts to close this one out and go to map 2 with the advantage.
And it could be a Konzi uncontested peak on that sniper, which in fact he's actually been stepping up a lot in the last couple of rounds, finding the openings for AVA time and time again. Uncontested sniper right now on the CT side. Very scary prospect for EMP's kids. Retake utility being dropped on in.
And now look at this. We were talking about aggression, and it's coming in a very different form. They're going through towards second mid. Jack B has an inkling that Azuru's in that smoke. And, they're playing around this really weirdly, and Azuru's actually going to lose his life. Now, this apps aggression is going to take place. Matt activates himself, and Konzi is holding for Joshua. If Joshua oversteps, it'll be more of an advantage for AVA.
But now the battle will take place towards top banana. Players tucked in towards the sandbags, bait and switch as well.
And now Earl will activate. This is beautiful from AVA. Moshi gets double swung. He's only good for the first. AVA, they've got the man advantage in this potential last round. A minute left. Joshua and Cypher. They've got a lot of utility, but they're both very split up. The bomb will be picked up now, and they're going to head towards this B-bomb site.
There's no smokes either before it being spotted out the fountain, but he still wins out the gunfight anyway. And now Joshua for the game to keep EMP's kids alive on Inferno. Needs to take 3 to the grave. Meforia gets caught with the reload, but escapes with his life more importantly.
He's got a flash, molly, and smoke, but he's going to try picking the Konzi, and Konzi... It's perfect that he's put the nail in the coffin there. The one player that you would have never expected to step up on this AWP contests. He beats Jack B in the Orping there. He beats Joshua in the Orping. He does better than these best players in the LAN hall. And AVA, they've won map 1, 16-12. It is their map pick, so fair enough, they've won that. But now Dust 2, this is going to be a test for them, Brandon.
It is, and well... Ancient is also potentially waiting in the wings if we need it as a decider, and that one could really go anywhere, given the recent changes as well. But look, we're going to throw it to a very quick break, but join us afterwards where EMP's kids need to survive on Dust 2.
Hello Overclockers, and welcome. Oh, screw this. Where's EPIC when you need him?
Oh well, welcome back. Just like that, we're straight back into the second map of this best of 3 in the upper final between AVA and EMP's Kids. My name is Brandon, aka B-Dog, but this time, joining me on Dust 2, I've got the lovely Hanno. How you doing, my friend?
I am doing great, and we're pretty much straight into the action here, Brandon, so let's see what's going on straight away. A very quick mid push up from the CTs.
Just about, but Jack B's holding actually that flank. Crifes. Oh, it's a bit dicey there with Azul getting a multi-kill in between the tunnels. Now this dribble smoke is going to allow EMP's Kids to work their way up towards B, but are they going to consider L? Not likely. He's going to play the trigger discipline, hold it in, but he actually gets spotted. Joshua will take him out, and EMP's Kids survive the pistol scare and the aggression of AVA.
Keeping a good number of players alive there, 3 of them up and ready to buy some good guns this round. As yeah, I liked what the AVA was going for there. The fast mid aggression, something you don't normally expect. A little bit of a surprise, but EMP's Kids, they had a player there ready, and AVA didn't spot him out, so unfortunate for them. It's a good strategy, and I hope they continue with more like that. And a traditional long take here, the smoke as well. EMP's probably going to back off after that. They've got the ground, and they can go elsewhere. As you see, that's already dragged the rotation from AVA from that B side and that middle. They've now got 3 towards A, trying to make some contact with EMP's.
Currently in the right place. Konzi saw how prolific he was on Inferno with the scoped weapons, now peering down with the SSG. One headshot click, that's all he needs, but instead he might be tagging up, allowing the SMGs to really do the damage. These smokes come in, allows the cross, a counter smoke of AVA's own to allow them to potentially cross through, but Joshua will strike first, delivering and eliminating one of the scouts from contention. Cypher running up with the MAC-10, but hang on. A little bit of a slaughter will ensue right now, but Moshi looks to clean things up. Azulu already thinking about the save and running away to try and hold on to this scout.
Azulu desperately tried to find that gun, managed to secure it, but not going to be able to get away with it at all. EMP's Kids, a very clean round there, a very quick round, up 2-0, and there's going to be nothing from AVA this round. After that force that really did not work out well for them, they're going to be stuck on those USBs. They've got a nade in the hand of Earl, and I don't think it's going to be able to do much, as it looks as if they're going straight for that long aggression again. I like this from EMP's Kids again, just if you're going to be given this long, go and challenge it. An insta headshot from Moshi.
That nade softens up at the very least, allows Euphoria to deliver the headshot. And actually means that the Galil can be recovered at the very least, thrown straight into Azulu's hands, but meanwhile all the ground has been given up towards the B side of the map, and EMP's Kids can just rotate everyone over quite safely and plant the bomb on that site.
And Chris is going to be getting a little bit aggressive. If he falls, that could be very bad, as that's going to be a Galil given over to the CTs coming out of CT here. They're going to be probably opting to save it. No, Azu's got one as well. Okay, they've got 3 on 2 and they've got 2 guns.
Yeah, this is doable. This really is. B bomb site notoriously quite difficult to retake in. One flashbang. Azuru's thrown that one over. Jack B in the crossfire with Joshua though, and in fact, the MAC-10 will get a hat trick. A lot of money being invested into his pocket as well off the back of those MAC-10 kills.
Yeah, EMP's Kids losing maybe a few more players than they needed to there, but AVA not able to actually capture the round there on that 3 on 2 on that B-bomb. As you say, quite difficult to get into, and especially from that car position, Jack B just melting him. Oh no, is this going to be... There you go, Cons. You cannot swing that. Jack B standing on the head of a teammate there, finds a lovely headshot through the wall.
A little bit more difficult off the back of that. Look at the aggression taking shape. Joshua doesn't care about the B-bomb site protection that AVA have to offer. EMV completely eliminated, and in a blink of an eye, the bomb site is completely overrun.
Yeah, those players sitting outside of A-Long are already starting to think about a save. They're not a single player dead on EMP's Kids, 2 dead for AVA, and with no money in the bank, honestly, a save here, probably the best option. They've got 2 players in T-Spawn, 1 in CT, and if they can save that AWP as well on Azulu, that would help them a huge amount going into round number 5.
What's interesting though is look at who's hunted. It's Jack B with the AWP. He just doesn't give a damn. Pushing in, Azuru trying to save onto the scope weapon of his own. And in fact, even thinking about fighting, posting on the angle now towards T-Spawn. But he's not an AWPer by nature, and you can exactly see why. Missed shot, and Jack B gets another opportunity to potentially strike. But could this bait in Euphoria?
Well, they're very well aware of those players.
No.
Jack B, no! He managed to take the head of his own teammate. Luckily, they do take down Euphoria there, but that... what a shot.
Not ideal.
Not ideal.
I guess all kills count. Azura will reclaim and hold on to the AWP at the very least. Upgraded pistols just coming in to support it as well. For EMP's kids, this should be a signature round that they should have on the board on paper, especially with Azura hitting the deck early. No one's there to actually pick up the AWP, and Jack B gets a quick double.
Yeah, that's going to pretty much secure the round already. There's not much left. Jack B's just found him as well. I mean, I think he saw him just before that smoke popped, but still, a triple kill for him and the rest of his team. 4K for Jack B. Easy pickings.
Yeah, I mean, like, what can you really do against that? Jack B firing on all cylinders right now, 10-1. A lot of confidence coming in. EMP's kids clearly not shaken by the fact that they have dropped a map against AVA, and they've come out on Dust 2 swinging. It's a gun round, though, so it should be a little bit more contested. Well,
EMP's kids have just looked really confident in everything they're going into. They're not scared of the AVA side. They're not letting their recent loss intimidate themselves, and they're more than happy to take the angles and take the fights that, well, they just keep on winning them, to be honest. For the first time, I think, in a while, they have been denied this A long control with those mollies from AVA, good standard setup. But EMP's kids, they're not going to be held back. They're going to go straight up into a short peek. But the AWP gets dropped straight away. Jack B, a little bit too overconfident, walking into that angle and getting wrecked by Goose.
Good start. Haven't really seen a man advantage right now for the CTs. Short execute about to come into the fold, though. EMP's kids extending towards this A bomb site. Konzi looking to activate, trying to get a kill on this one way. Just going to swing in. They're going to duck over. In fact, Cypher, with the aid of a team flash, will make it work. And now, Christ can come in on that long lurk and eliminate Azuru's life. 4 versus 2. EMP's kids, they survived that challenge with flying colours.
Still a doable retake, or Earl's caught looking the complete wrong way, and that CT player should just be looking to save Moshi, going to shut them down. EMP's kid, no signs of stopping. This train is chewing onwards right now, Brandon. It's not looking too bad, and again, it's just come off Jack B having some great opening picks with the AWP, and even they got shut down at the start of that round. The rest of his team just able to accelerate onto A and knock down all of those defenders in short order.
Yeah, I mean, look, Konzi 1 kill, Earl 0 kills, EMV, he's yet to frag either. So it's a little bit difficult for them. When you've got players that aren't really getting any kills, it can be very challenging to say the least. Pause coming in, which is good. You need to make sure that you are taking these pauses. They're allowed for both teams. You might as well use them.
Yeah, I believe it is a HUD issue as well, the reason why it shows as a technical pause. Sorry about that. But yeah, so it's good that they are taking those balls, using them. You know, a lot of teams, they don't take advantage of how many they really do have, and it's good to reset your mental. And again, this isn't even a buy round right now. Of course, AVA is going in with just pistols, so it's not much of a threat to EMP's kids, but still worthwhile. Just, you know, having a quick breather.
Look at this. They're trying to collapse upon top tunnels. EMV gets a kill with the CZ, transitioning onto the MP9, trying to spray them down, but Christ will trade out at the very least. B bomb site is cracked clean open, and Konzi can't really do anything about it in lowers.
Joshua almost catching that player crossing middle, but going to escape up, and then Cons, the bait and switch doesn't work. Joshua just turns around, gets the 90-degree flick. Moshi finishes off the last player, and EMP's kids 7-0. Nice, so no sign of stopping at all. Our AVA, though, do have a buy. They've got the AWP on Konzi again. Was able to beat Jack B, their opposite number, a couple of rounds ago. Will that be the case again, or will it be another absolute steamroll from Jack B in that sort of middle position?
I don't know how much Konzi likes to rely on these dry AWP swings in. Staple on Inferno this time gets flashed off the line at long. Premature shot, but at the second time of asking, at the very least, he eliminates Crifes. Cypher with the trade, AWP eliminated, and once again, not being able to be recovered.
Cypher absolutely melting anyone from this A side that's trying to defend it. And Earl's going to get mollied out as well from the back of the side, trying to play around the smoke. But there's nothing really to do as Joshua shuts them down. 4-on-2. Azura getting tagged so low, both these players. He's again looking to save. I don't think there's been a single rifle round where they've had even an inch in staying in these sites.
And not really any of the saves that have really come into any fruition, right? They've been hunted time and time again, and that just means that the buys are not as consistent. There's not as many opportunities to bring these rifles out for AVA. Save has to take shape. Not only is the numbers game not in their favour, but the economy in the books, it certainly doesn't balance out either. Residing in T-Spawn or AVA, tail between their legs, trying to reclaim and retake these M4s into the next round. Round number 9, EMP Kids keep it flawless with 8 on the board.
And even that one round, we talk about those saves not going so well for them. They have managed to save a couple of guns here, but even the round a couple of minutes ago where we saw the AWP get saved by Azuu, that got shut down instantly. No chance at an opening, no chance at building a round off just the one weapon and giving their teammates much more of an arsenal with the guns of the drops enemies. And unfortunately, yeah, AVA, they're not having much luck at all. 8-0 down right now. It looks like a B hit is going to come in pretty fast from EMP's Kids.
Yeah, identified the weakness. This time, though, it is reinforced by a rifle at the very least. EMV goes unchecked for the first, gets a dink on towards Moshi, and Mephoria will spam him through the door. 2 versus 3 for the first time. This retake, it can be doable here, because AVA, they finally got the man advantage. Joshua just creeping in at the edge of this smoke, tucking on in. Jack B's in support, but he's only got the AWP peering in towards the tunnels, but it doesn't even matter. The players combined, the Zulu cannot do it all each and every time. EMP Kids, it's a faster round, it's a flavour change, it's just a change of pace that keeps injected, and it keeps AVA on their toes, and they can't deal with the B pressure.
AVA has now decided that one AWP is not enough, and they're going to be buying up a second there. Zuu and Cons both trying to hold on to the big green, see if they can do any damage. So far, Jack B's been beating them all. Currently 13 for 3 already in just 9 rounds. Barely dying. Jack B's had a huge impact already on the few rounds we've had. AVA hoping they can try and match that with a couple of AWPs. So I think there's one yet, one towards that short position, and they've very much been aggressive towards this B tunnels area. They know that all of EMP's Kids are towards a long position, and they should be able to rotate back and help one out on the hold.
Mephoria can just play this off angle towards the car. It's a lovely position to really just support and even be baited in by the scoped weapons of AVA. Double AWPs, Dust 2, it is an AWPer's playground. Might not even matter, in fact. Mephoria does get a kill, but he gets a little bit overzealous trying to peek on in.
Zulu.
Jack B loses his life as well. Oh, and he gets a double as well. Oh, it's completely eliminated. It's all fallen apart for AVA. They cannot hold on to a bomb site.
Oh, I think he just walked through that smoke trying to fight a player on ramp, but no one had crossed yet. They were all still miles back, and it's literally just feeding Jack B on this AWP kills, playing from this pit position, doing a huge amount of work. And EMP's Kids, it's just looking really easy for them compared to the last map on Inferno. I mean, it's a whole different ball game.
You're talking about the ideas. I want to bring that forward from what Freddie was saying from Inferno. Jack B, he's AWPing over Joshua, who actually is a primary AWPer, but I'll tell you what, he's making it look so easy. 15 to 3. Joshua even finds that AK headshot, just I'm talking about him. AWP can't be brought forward for AVA into round number 11, and EMV, all he can do is hold on to an M4. It's dire straits. It's a shadow of AVA's former self that we're seeing here on Dust 2.
Yeah, obviously, AVA currently the map up, correct? So
yeah,
it's not losing Dust 2 here, even in poor fashion, would not necessarily be the end for them. Maybe it would take a hit to their mental, but hugely. I'm sure they're fully prepared. You know, going into this, they probably weren't too confident about Dust 2, this being EMP's Kids map pick, correct? So
yeah,
they're opting really for that third map, which I believe will be Ancient, which
it will be.
Knows what could happen.
And anything really can happen on that map, but I need to fact check this one. I don't think there's been a 16-0 yet in the main stage, so if that happens, that's not ideal. Joshua leads the charge time and time again into this B bomb site. Oh, and Azuu with the scope weapons will shine at the very least. 4 versus 3. And Cons is on this flank, but already being held and spotted out by this T-spawn player in Moshi.
Only 3 alive for the EMP's Kids. But they will they check Konzi? No, Konzi wins the fight, and the 3-on-2 is going to be difficult to win. 1 left alive. Jack B gets 1 no-scope, but not able to follow up with anything else. And EMP's Kids finally lose their first round. AVA's got to be cheering about that one.
It's a sigh of relief, at the very least.
Yeah, maybe not a cheer, definitely a sigh of relief. No 60-nos on this stage, please, today. And, I mean, potentially an ability to follow up with more. They were only able to save 1 of the AWPs, which they'd probably have rather got a second one up. But at least they're on the board, Brandon.
Yeah, silver linings is what a very grey sky right now for AVA on Dust 2. And Jack B Doesn't quite hit the shot on the doors, but it's information being gathered at the very least. Azuwu, he's now transitioned. He's over here on towards B. He wants to take aggression towards upper tunnels.
Seems to be lining up some kind of a smoke, maybe going for one of those fakes where you smoke it and walk through. And Konzi's found Jack B. Looking for a second, that's Joshua. And a third as well for Konzi. Potentially even for one more hiding in the corner here. I believe that is Cypher. Konzi going to get out.
Oh. He will actually get the quadra. He's actually on for the full house of the EMPs Kids players. Greif's lurking in towards the lower tunnels, but he is all being wrapped upon. And Euphoria from top mid should lock this one in, but Christ wins out the headshot, and he baits out the AWP shot as well.
Beautiful!
Conti with the ace. Will Security cannot peek this man dry. The Molotov was perfect. It meant that the T side, which completely separated, it forces some of them forward straight into his scope. And maybe that could kickstart AVA into gear.
I think that was, in reality, probably more overconfidence from EMP's Kids, though. It looked like they weren't maybe using as much utility as they should have been there. Getting a little bit overconfident. You know, you're 10-1 up, you're feeling good. Hopefully they will change, well, not let that run away from them too much. As here, obviously giving AVA 2 rounds could always lead to more. Konzi up on this A side, looking for beaten out by Jack B.
17-5. This man is electric on the AWP right now. Smokes being lined up for long. The cross smokes are here to stay. And AVA, their vision is completely obscured. Dropping in some defensive utility with the Molotov, the HE, but EMP's Kids, they're nowhere near the smokes right now. But Earl's on the flank, getting a kill, making life a little bit more uncomfortable. EMP's Kids, they have to go towards A right now.
It's nice to see Earl has already walked away. They're fighting on car already. The Molly getting on site.
Oh. Trying to work their way in. Oh, Earl was at long and now he's on short. Joshua finds a kill towards this long position. Kreifs actually finds Euphoria in the smoke, and now Earl can smoke the bomb and potentially stick it. And he's going for it. Ooh. Joshua, it's so close, but Earl is tucked behind the box. AVA steal another round away, and they get 3 rounds in a row. 10-5, you know what? They'll take that, considering this was 10-0, Hanno.
I mean, you got to be much happier with a 10-5, considering what you could have been facing. And if a couple of those rounds had gone different, you know, Ebsky got a little bit cocky on that second round. That third round, I mean, it just looked like they weren't quite ready for the re-rotate of Earl round towards short. And then, yeah, I mean, AVA's going to take everything they can here. Smoke going in from Azu and 4 players outside here. This could be very dangerous for Azu to walk so close. If they spam this smoke, he's a goner.
Oh, this is weird. Azuwu just playing on the cusp of the smoke as it fades. He's actually going to try and escape. EMP's Kids, they wanted to go aggressive. Azuwu, oh, he's going to go unchecked. This could be massive. The silencer, but Joshua turns on a dime, delivers a haircut to Azuwu, and Jack B and the rest of the gang will follow suit. 4 versus 2 for the EMP's Kids, and they are looking in a very potent position to get 11 rounds on the board.
We were saying 10-5 would be good, but to be honest, I think AVA would take 12-3 or 11-4 as well right now. Anything would be less embarrassing than the big fat 0 that was on the scoreboard for so much of this first half. And yet again, Brandon, we see AVA with 2 players sitting at the opposite end of the map, trying desperately to save any kind of weaponry into the following round. They do know where Euphoria is. Oh, tagging up that player and T-spawn a lot, but it's not going to be enough.
It's not. Oh, Euphoria needs to get out of dodge with that sniper, needs to hold on to the AWP for the final round of play in this first half of Dust 2. EMP's Kids map pick, and well, we can certainly see why. 11-3 is the scoreline right now, looking absolutely dominant against AVA.
Yeah, that 8-round lead is not something you commonly see in this kind of scoreline, as you say. Very, very one-sided right now. You know, maybe it will change when we swap sides, Brandon. It is, but again, we're kind of living, as I think Freddie was talking about in the last minute. It's kind of a CT meta, even despite the A1 nerfs, and yeah, Cypher just finding picks towards mid like this. It's too easy for some of these players to find entries like this.
Cypher doing the damage. Find a lot more impact here on Dust 2. Freddie did call him out on Inferno. But AVA, they did struggle on that CT side of Inferno. It was actually that T side, it's where they were able to dictate and just control the pace against EMP's Kids, where it was just their success, and they were finding a lot of opportunity, exploiting a lot of retake opportunities, and well, there might not even be a need here as Joshua does find Konzi. This a bomb site, it's free real estate. Oh, EMV and Beforia with these SMGs, all they can do is just kind of reside themselves to the lower tunnels. But actually, that's a rifle that can be retrieved.
They've now got those 2 rifles in hand, the A1 and EMP. It looks like they want to go for it. After so much saving, they've grown sick of it, and Chris will just instantly finish them off. EMP's kids, 12 and 3 half. That is an incredibly strong one from them, considering they just lost the previous map. A good, strong comeback from them to start off map 2.
Yeah, a little bit unfortunate that flashbang just goes a little bit too high, and the close position up towards short just nets that spray down. And, well, for AVA, look, we can kind of draw any sort of storylines. We can paint them as these underdogs, and I'll tell you what, Dust 2, it really highlights why. It all begins with a pistol, though. Foundations, where this T-side could begin to grow, but EMP's kids, they're just taking the fight to them. See you later, Joshua. Already gets 2 out of third and towards the tunnels. That's the bomb dropped, and Earl and the Zulu scratching their heads thinking, what's gone wrong here?
AVA tried the middle push with theirs, and EMP's kid just completely sent 3 players bombing through that B tunnels position. A beautiful little strat. Azuu will get something back for it. Now this is winnable, actually, for AVA here. As they managed to get it down into a 2v3. They are going to be heard by Moshi here going on over towards this B site. There is a player in position to defend, and that is going to be Cypher. He said didn't have as much impact on Inferno, but here on Dust 2 has got a player backing him up.
Yeah, he's even going to be baited in as well. 10 HP. So got to be careful. Oh, he's not even being cleared. Cypher reveals himself at the perfect moment. And then Moshi's in with the immediate reply to Azuu. 13-3. EMP's kids looking dominant in Dust 2.
Yeah, I think this map could be over in very short form here, Brandon.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, if they'd won that pistol, AVA had a chance at maybe getting up to 6, maybe winning a couple of rifles later on. But losing that pistol, EMP should make it to 14. Because of the force out here from AVA as well, 15 is on the cards.
Oh, it really is. And Joshua, he's just transmitting and just carrying forward the confidence he's had from that pistol. He's really making it shine. Earl on the scout, he misses a shot. That's the end of his life. Cypher, he's just running at them. Konzi with the UMP at the very least, but a 1 versus 4. It's not ideal. EMP's kids 2 rounds away from taking us to Ancient.
I mean, to have one map go so close and go the way of AVA, and then just have the next map just be incredibly one-sided, it just must be that AVA's map pool is just not as large as EMP's kids. I've got to say that is a clear indication, or that this kind of scoreline after such a close map is a very, very good indication that AVA probably doesn't play as many maps as EMP's, and they're going to be under pressure here as the rush comes in from AVA, and it gets completely demolished.
Okay. MP9 close range, straight into the meat grinder go, AVA. And EMV has only got a Mac 10 and a couple pieces of utility. Upgrades to the M4, but decides to reload in the open and invites Joshua to take his life away. 5 kills now, all that separates us from this decider map of Ancient.
Does look like it's unlikely, Brandon. I'll say that it's unlikely
that
AVA will be getting 12 in a row. It's not happened on, I think, any of my casts before, but they are going to get the quick boost up from EMP's kids. Before it has got an opener. There's light at the end of the tunnel.
Before trying to prove you wrong, but Cypher on the boost with the spray, but can't quite get it done. Konzi actually triples up with the UMP. Hang on a second. This all got a little bit weird because Moshi, whilst he is scoped in, I'm not sure he's aware that the bomb's been dropped towards top middle. Smoke being deployed. Trying to disguise where Konzi is lurking his way around, just peeking his way into this short position. Oh, he drops on down. I don't think that was heard, though, from Moshi.
It certainly wasn't. And Konzi knows. He's wiggling his mouse at the wall. He knows. Now, is Moshi actually going to walk up with the AWP? It makes sense to set the back here. Oh, beautiful from Konzi and AVA. They pick up their 4th, and the first of what they would need is 12. So, I mean, they're part of the way there, Brand. They're about like 6% of the way there.
It is, but it's individualistic efforts right now. You've had Konzi with an ace. You've had Konzi with a 4K just now. Azubu's gone a bit silent in this map, 9-17. Yeah. He's that X-Factor player you look to. We did actually also highlight Beforia, 10 and 17. It's not as bad, but it's still not the impact that AVA desire. And In fact, they're just chilling. It looks like we got a crash.
Yeah, players crashed. So I'm not sure what's going on there, but I think we can safely assume that we're going to be heading to Ancient, Brandon. And obviously, you know a little bit more about these teams than me. So who are you confident in? When we do end up going to that map 3, which we're pretty certain is going to happen.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
Well, EMP's kids, they just are the favourites. Okay, like even coming into this, they're a mixed team. But when me and Freddie were kind of talking about this, we said, okay, well, in fact, like they could very well much win Epic LAN. The only really established team here that we thought could really put up a fight and win Epic was Blackhand, but they've already dropped down in towards that lower bracket. They're trying to do that hero run, but they shouldn't even be there. They should be in this upper final right now, but a couple of costly mistakes have led to them just dropping maps and series against some opponents that, to be honest, I think they'd even admit they really shouldn't be. So EMP's kids, they're scary. A lot of experience. You've got Cypher, the Into the Breach player on their team, who's got a wealth of experience, and he's providing his impact here on Dust 2. 14-10. It's a lot better than it was on Inferno, and they're critical kills he's getting.
Yeah, certainly, and obviously Jack B, absolutely no slouch, 19 for 8 currently in this game so far after what we saw on Inferno. Joshua, I don't know how many rounds he's opened up with a double kill and a triple kill. It's been so many right now. Frankly, intimidating to play against that kind of a player who's just constantly opening up those rounds and leaving you with half a team.
Yeah, look, you might be able to hear some gunshots here or there. We're not actually live. There is a technical problem, and all the players are just kind of running about in the server, just going a bit silly. But look, we're going to restore it to that point, but hopefully we can get it sorted in just a second. The game has just ended, though, but I'm pretty sure we can fix that. Yeah. But I think the admins are going to probably take a couple of minutes or so to really just rectify this issue. So what I think we can do, if it's okay with production, if we can just throw it to potentially a little quick break just for a couple of minutes, and then we can bring you back into the action to see how and when EMP's kids will close out Dust 2.
Which is pretty certain.
Tell me somebody how long he will be on my mind. You will be on my mind. Somebody, how long he will be on my mind.
Well, here we are. After a little bit of a technical hiccup, 15-4 is this current scoreline. We're back in the thick of it. AVA, they need well, nothing short of a miracle to really get this one back on track.
I hope Jesus Christ is around, because that's who they need right now to bring this back. Like
I think Sneaky Beaky's gone to the co-op.
Oh, he's not here. Oh, that's terrible news for AVA then. Unfortunately, their miracle work is not going to be around for them. We're back, Brandon, yeah, but we may only be back for one very, very short round. As EMP's kid, a rare missed shot there.
Yeah, a little bit. Azuwu is not going to clear his corner nearly, but Cypher will deliver the critical headshot required. And AVA, they are falling by the wayside now. Euphoria will at least take out Christ, but Joshua is here with the AWP, but gets eliminated by L on the Galil. Hang on a second, Jack B is on a flank with a sniper on his own. It's all chaos in between Long. Here we go. EMV eliminated. Can he get the second? Not quite. Euphoria does hit the shot. All of these players, well, 3 of them are quite low.
When they're going to land, but yeah, as you say, single digits for both this place. Earl's found 1. It's Cypher on 8 HP. Found 1.
No.
6 HP versus 8, Brandon. Who's going to win this? He
Oh,
could be for the series.
it's going to be a little bit difficult. Ooh. Pistol on AWP. It's so scary. 1 bullet is all it's going to take. And Earl just gets spammed through the box. Cypher will close, and that's
1-1.
a comedic round to really end that one. EMP's kids look dominant, 16-4 on Dust 2, and well, it's going the distance, Hanno. We're going to go to Ancient.
You are going to be going to. I mean, that is the most one-sided. Like after such a close game on
Yeah,
Inferno,
right.
and seeing everyone battling for a win, AVA coming out on top, just to see. I mean, a 12-round difference.
Yeah.
Only managing 4 rounds, which, as you pointed out earlier, 2 of them were just Konzi going
True,
ham.
yeah, right.
Like no one else on the team was able to make a round out of nothing.
Yeah.
Konzi doing great work there. Somehow, I feel like Ancient. Hopefully, it won't be that. One-sided, but it
I
could
think it's going to be wild.
You think it's going to be wild?
Yeah.
Well, I look forward to seeing it because I believe we'll have Freddie back
I
on
think
the
so.
cast to lead you through Ancient, which hopefully should be coming up in about 15 minutes or so.
All right, oh, sounds good. Well, look, we're gonna disappear 15 minutes, but yeah, you guys don't go anywhere, and we'll be back with Ancient very shortly. See you in a few.
I'm sinking in the hollow
Hello, overclockers, and welcome. Oh, screw this. Where's EPIC when you need him?
can run to. Could it be you? I 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 can run to.
I can't read your mind. Thinking my heart is starting to turn off blind. Do you still fantasize? Or has our time just come and passed us by? I wanna know how you feel about this love. I wanna know. I wanna know how you feel about this love. I wanna
Hey guys, and welcome back to third map of AVA versus EMP's Kids. This has been a banger of a series so far. AVA definitely had their feet off the pedal in that second map, but now on to Asian to decide this. We'll decide who goes into the grand finals and who has to play tomorrow at 9 AM, where I know neither team's on to.
No. Oh, hang on. AVA, they've got a knife strat. This is... Oh, it's very, very nerdy. This is sweaty gremlin hours from AVA on this knife round. Trying to make it work. They want to start on the CT side. Ancient, the most CT-sided map in the pool, so this knife round is the most important in all of the Kettering servers right now.
I'm definitely just... I can just hear, "Fight me!" in my head. Like, I can hear it from here. I wasn't here for the second map. You were joined by Hanno, and I was sitting behind the players, and... my God, was there a lot of trash talk. And
good, that's what we want.
During the first map, we weren't there, but I heard some some little people talking about some death slamming from some of these players. So it'd be interesting to see going into this map. Can everyone keep their cool? AVA, as we were saying, like potentially getting in the heads of EMP's Kids because these are like unknown. I was talking to EMP before and he was like, the reason why we didn't ban Inferno, we banned Overpass, was because I said that Earl likes Overpass. And Jack B just went, "Who's Earl?"
Oh. BM.
But no, but like, it's not even BM, it's just true.
No, I know.
Yeah, which is like one of the weird things where like EMP's Kids, they don't respect AVA, and AVA are right here onto third map, pulling everything out of the pockets.
Well, we're talking about EMP's Kids. We're talking about the fact that they just won the knife round. Hello, we're here, back on cams.
We are back on cams.
Lovely to see it.
It's lovely to see
I like
it
your attire today, Freddie.
Thank you.
I like your
the
pink
camera
shirt.
can't see, but I feel like I've got the whole outfit going right now. I have the bright pink Percy Pig socks with my SB dunks, and I was like, you know what, I'm feeling fresh today. This shirt, inspired by the one and only Jonathan, don't know what his surname is, Dweg.
You mean Josh?
Josh, yeah. I have no idea what his surname is, but he is one who inspired me to get this shirt, and I think it does look rather dashing. If you don't mind say so myself.
It's not too bad. But outfits aside, AVA looking to formulate a good pistol round, heading in towards middle. That smoke, it looks like it's potentially missed. This stacking towards Donut, it could be absolutely vital.
Cypher as well being baited in very nicely. He will not be able to get a single kill though. And the pistol round looks like it is bombarding the way of AVA unless Moshi has something to say about it. Oh! Moshi! No! On for the ace as well! What? Moshi! What was that? How? 1 versus 5 on the A-bomb site. This third map already off to an absolute excruciating start for AVA. How has Moshi just done that?
I don't know. That was insane. Moshi, like, has been under the radar, really, the last couple of maps. It's the pistol round on your decider map, and you just pull out an ace. Okay, fair enough. It was a 2-man advantage for AVA. Nevertheless, they're going to run straight in towards the B ramp. Doesn't even matter. Shut down on the B ramp. And, well, as soon as I say that, Crife's trying to run through this smoke, spamming through the cave. The wallbang even comes in. Bomb can't be planted. Back-to-back rounds as quick as you like from the EMP's Kids.
I mean, EMP's Kids, they are definitely on vibes right now. You best believe they are screaming at AVA right now. 2 very quick rounds in succession. AVA, they don't get the bomb down. Their money is not healthy whatsoever. That was their round to win, and they lost it, Brandon.
Oh, I'm still in shock. I'm still in disbelief.
Yeah,
I wonder what AVA are feeling like. Just onto the Deagles.
Moshi's so... that was actually so... That was actually
good.
That was actually... He missed every single bullet.
And then he hit the guy
just
at the
hit
back.
2. Yeah, he literally had 2 bullets left, and there was 3 alive. And he went bam bam, got 2 straight away. Reloaded, got the 5th as well. What... Yes. Is it too early to call it GG?
Yes.
No, I think that could potentially be GG, Brandon.
No, it's too early to tell yet, Freddie. Although that was some incredible heroics. Zuru with the AK-47 just trying to save and hold on to it. Checks the corner, but Cypher is creeping his way round. And he's going to knife him. Oh, okay. No, he's not. Azuri turns round. No knife today to add insult to injury, but Cypher will still get the kill anyway.
Yeah, Cypher was definitely one that I heard was being a little bit emotional during that first match, because as we were saying about his scoreline as well, that he's a player that plays in the top 50 of Europe. He went 11-17 against Konzi and Matt. No flames to them, but even they were saying, they're like, how did that happen? But speaking about Konzi and Matt, I was actually speaking to them, and they're like, we haven't actually played the new Ancient yet. And the new Ancient's been out for quite a while. And before he was like, I guess we're going to take mid-control. And talking about control, look at this aggression. EMP will neutralize it, but then Cypher, he just lines them up. Azuru doesn't even get a chance. He gets instantly decapitated by accident. And EMP Kids, the aggression actually does succeed them at an advantage.
EMP Kids playing full disrespect right now, just trying to take the fights all the way to AVA. Oh, in Cheetah, looking to extend some map control over towards Cave. Joshua used to reside in here, but in fact he's given it up, only equipped with a FAMAS, going to smoke off the ramp instead.
I mean, it's good that he's given this up, because they've got 3 players on the B-bomb site. As Cypher's taking all that control, they've been able to gamble this over, and they've done it correctly. Joshua falling back is very nice. They're going to try walk out this smoke dry. Konzi right into the hands of aforementioned Joshua, and all 3 players there will get a piece of the pie. AK's being saved over. 4 people saying being saved over, and EMP's Kids, they're 4-0.
Yes, you can't still believe the pistol, can you?
Actually, so bad. That pistol run was actually unreal as well.
Well, there's another one for AVA. They're on a pistol round of their own. Extinguishing the Molotov, trying to extend up towards middle is but Christ through the smoke does... Wow, a heck of a lot of damage onto all of the AVA players. Moshi trying to spray them down, can't replicate the same successes, and now Christ waiting in the wings, trying to spray down these players.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be just falling into similar pursuit that we saw last round. Meforia is last alone. He does have Kevlar and he does have a P250, but honestly, Brandon, I don't see this having much success. He does find Cypher mid-air, but it does not matter. EMP's Kids 5-0, but to be honest, it's not unsurprising, because 5-0 on the C side, it's one of those things where it's just like, yeah, it's kind of normal, especially you were talking about with the lenience over towards the CT side meta, especially Ancient. 5-0, alarm bells aren't like blaring whatsoever yet.
Not quite. AWP equipped for both teams now. AVA looking to potentially try and take mid-control. Molotov flubbed by Cypher. Not going to matter too much. Konzi finds a wallbang on Crifes.
Okay, fair enough. That's a very big scout take early on, but then Yosh is actually traded over with his aggression over towards B ramp, and then see what he's done as well. He's actually then smoked that off and just run away. That's really nice. He's joining with his teammate in towards Cave, and now Cypher with the smoke fading could have contact.
Look at Jack B as well. He's just pushed up so far in towards A main. EMP's Kids, they got all of the map control.
I mean, it's exactly what we saw when Cypher pushed A, but now Jack B's pushing A. 2 different players, 2 different, exact same position. And now AVA, they had to get that pick onto Cypher. He's actually going to be potentially getting more. Wait, it's a 2v2. What's just happened? Okay, Jack B's all left alone. He's pushed in so far, though. He could catch out a player mid, but no, he's got a really weird timing. Knife out. He saw the gun. He saw the gun. Oh, Jack wait, they see each other. He pulls out the Deagle, and no, Konzi, he will stabilize. They get their first round. Calm. Jack B did see the gun.
4x3.
But then, like, surely someone did, no?
Yeah, that's why he reacted.
He didn't.
Yeah, he did. He pulled out the Deagle immediately.
But no, he didn't.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, but like after, yeah.
Yeah, after, when he got the call. I don't know.
Either way, he died. Yeah, 4x3. Do you know what's interesting? Zulu and Dexter play native.
Do they?
They're the only 2 players that I see that play native at this LAN. They're on the Blackhand team.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was pretty decent.
Fun facts for Freddy.
Yeah.
AVA are stacking right now out towards this B bomb site. Cypher's got a lot of map control though towards this B ramp. This smoke, it just prevents AVA from really going anywhere. It's absolutely unbelievable right now.
I mean, one of those things that I do like about these rounds is that EMP's Kids actually don't have too much map control, and AVA, they haven't used too much of their utility, so you can see they've pretty much got full utility on everyone apart from like a flash here or there that they would have used early on. So now they can go into this A bomb site which they're wanting to go to with everything at their disposal.
Trying to work their way in. Boost being established on the other side of the map. Azuru leading the charge for AVA. Jack B scoped in, holding the line with the AWP. He's going to have to do it all, but he was incredible on Dust too, so I don't really doubt it.
I'm interested to see what Mafora is going to do towards the B bomb site. Nothing, actually. He's just lurking, and that lurk isn't going to come into any use as AVA are being mowed down. The bomb is on the back of Konzi. He is here with his AWP. He's going to try get away and try join up with Mafora. Mafora, though, it's a 2v4, but there's genuine potential for them to get this. But look, Christ is already looking behind, and yet if Mafora was maybe about 15 seconds earlier, if he had come as soon as the hit had come in, he could have had a position where he might have denied any rotations. But with 10 seconds left, I think Connor does get the bomb down here. It's going to be close, but I mean, 1 or 2 kills might be alright, but the economy is actually pretty good for EMP's kids, and Christ are going to be coming down from cave. Connor trying to find him and isolate that fight, but you can see what he did there. He spammed the wall for Cypher to come in. Quite smart, actually.
Yeah, it was nice. It just means that he has to just move away from the position, out of the cover, straight into Cypher's grasp. Pretty well
And yes, we're actually going to see the replay of the pistol round coming up now. Moshi, he gets his first kill. He gets the first 2, and then the third and the fourth was so messy, and then he just owns them. And then he owns Earl. Fair play to Mosh there. I mean, as you were saying, a player that we've never seen this land yet really shows full potential. We see glimpses of it here and there. He doesn't play roles around these players that actually give him much of an opportunity. And there, he has an opportunity just to shoot, and he does.
Got to be careful now. Zuru actually catches out Christ in towards middle. Jack B trying to scope on in, but they can completely crunch upon mid. AVA can. We're going to kill on towards Cypher, and that might actually reset the focus. Full blind as Zuru falls.
That's such a huge scalp to take, not one you don't want to have in AVA. And EMV, he's going to try and look to trade his falling comrade. AVA, there's no player right now that's anywhere near each other. The trade potentials are non-existent, and that's not ideal when you've got a 3v3 like this, but EMV will make it work. And EMP's kids, they're only stacked towards this B-bomb site right now. They're gambled there, and I think AVA might be walking into their trap.
Oh, this is worrying. If Joshua goes unchecked here, just in towards the cubby, that's round done. Moshi needs to be distraction. Joshua reveals himself as an instant trade, but Moshi swings out through the smoke. But EMV, the hero for AVA, a hat-trick of kills in that round, and will secure AVA their second. Lovely stuff from him.
That was actually really nice. That was a really good round from EMV. He got all those last 3 kills in that 3v3. Saved his team. There was a little bit of confusion. You saw when he ran through the smoke there, AVA were just not. They didn't seem to be ready for him, even though they knew he was there.
Yeah, maybe it's just these hesitations in the comms, maybe it's just the mental really getting to them. The screaming in the LAN hall is deafening. Moshi now with the FAMAS, full AXQ in tow, trying to stay shrouded in the smoke, but Azuru opens up the account.
Yeah, I think there's only one place Moshi can peek from, and that's where he peaked, and they were very much expecting that, and they will shut him down. They've got their advantage. Konzi's on 2 HP, but the bomb will be planted. This is a must-win round for AVA, Brandon.
Have to get it done. Jack B, scoping on in.
That's actually quite huge. Yeah, because Earl's going to be able to get past. Somehow did not see the feet of Earl, and well, EMV, this man's on fire. Matt wants to win his first HLTV series.
Going to try and drag AVA, kicking and screaming towards a 3rd round on the board. And look, we can start to talk about T-side Ancient, right? We can just say, look, well, most T-sided map in the game, you get 6 rounds on the board if you're AVA. That's basically job done. It reminds me of really old Nuke.
Oh, that's actually quite... Okay, I mean, keeping 3 players alive is grand, but all being saved over as well for Connor as well, that's really huge. So that firstly means that EMP kids won't have it going into the 10th round, but then the duality of it, Connor actually has one which he wouldn't have.
Yeah, and he... Not so much on Dust 2, but on Inferno, especially on that CT half, he was lighting them up.
Oh, he was, I'd actually say, the main reason why they did, because as Zuru dropped off on the C side, he was like, I couldn't get anything going, I couldn't figure it out. Connor was actually the one who stepped up and replaced Azuru, which is not the player you would expect.
On Dust 2, he had that ace, he had that 4K as well.
Yeah, that
so
was funny to watch. That was very funny to watch from behind. It was very unexpected. It was like, oh, Connor's got a free. He's like, oh, Connor's got 4 kills. Connor's about to get an ace. But now, looking at this one, AVA, they've got 3 players. Oh, the flash missed. Okay, the flash is missed. Is actually. Oh, that is terrible. How do you miss something like that? This is really looking quite dangerous, and it's actually okay. If Azuru had somehow got that 3rd kill on the Cypher, I would have started believing. But no, Konzi, they know exactly where he is. They know he's behind these doors. They know he's got an AWP. This is looking like it could be a little bit roby for him, especially with Jack B holding the flank.
Yeah, this one is definitely done. It's just a case of whether Konzi can escape with the AWP, and he's actually going to throw it out. That's I was going to say it's quite
Hey, guys.
smart. Hello. Swaps over to the AK, but immediately Cypher will take away his life. AWP, it looks like it has been picked up as well.
Wait, it got picked up? Sorry, I stopped looking because it shot to our camera. Wait, could you not throw it out?
It landed back in the map.
No. That's unfortunate.
It hit like the corner of the stone, and it just bounced back in.
That's actually really good though for Jack, because he's, as we were saying, the reason why he has the AWP is because he's not good on the rifles, and that's because he doesn't play the game and he doesn't warm up either. And like he's clinical on the AWP because he's like, he finds it easy to play with, which does put Yosh in a little bit of a deficit because he's not using his weapon of choice, but it's still be working. And now they're 7-3. That was a really big round for them to pick up because they've kind of broken the economy of AVA. They're looking to pick up an 8th here and start really monopolizing themselves going into this later stage of the first half.
Faster play all the way up towards the B ramp. Meforia leading the charge with this Mac 10. Suffocating on the site. Joshua, there he goes.
Wait.
He's next to full. Cypher caught on the reload. 2 kills on this B bomb site. Moshi trying to rotate in. Gets the kill onto Konzi at the very least. A look at Crifes.
Perfect counter utility coming in from from AVA right now. They've smoked Cave, they've smoked B long. They've also got a lot of flashbangs to try, and just like as soon as it starts fading, you cycle flashbangs. If even EMP kids were going for him, Jack B still got that AWP. That AWP is being passed around everywhere. It feels like that AWP has gone from CT, T, CT, T, and now AVA, I actually think they're going to be able to pick up their own one because they didn't actually even invest into this one. They bought down to 3k. Earl has 3.5k. EM3 has 3.5k as well. They're looking good as well. The fact that Jack B's actually died there, Moshi will pick up his AWP. Back and forth, yeah, the AWP's going back and forth. And AVA, they're on to a 4th.
4 rounds is good.
It's actually really good. I think
you
if
look,
they get
you look
6,
at where
it's
this has
good.
come out from as well.
Yeah.
Have that 5-round win streak to start with for EMP's kids.
Yeah, and the loss bonus is not good for EMP's kids. So if AVA are able to convert round number 12, it's going to put them in a really nice driving seat going into the later stages of this half.
Look at where they're going as well. They're actually heading towards this A bomb site. It's currently uncontested. Moshi, the only defender here, actually will be joined by Crifes. He's a little bit further away. Now we'll rotate in actually at the perfect opportunity because AVA, they're about to walk out A main.
They are, and will they clear Moshi? I don't know, it's a very strong angle to hold, but it does get cleared normally. And especially with this counter utility going in, they're going to be focusing towards Stonehide. Smoke actually just drops right in front. I don't think he's going to go through this. It's going to be a 5v5 retake for EMP's kids now.
A little bit weird. Cypher on the Deagle will actually kill Earl. So, that's a little bit unexpected. Konzi with the immediate rebuttal. And now the utility, it's really coming into full effect. AVA, they're dropping lots of it. They're preventing EMP's kids from aggressing and advancing on towards this bomb site. 4 versus 4.
Yeah, they need to be careful, especially with dropping a lot of utility too early.
Oh.
And it's now only down to Meforia. He's in a 1v3. He has to step up. There's smokes literally everywhere. I don't think he's going to remember where the bomb is. He hits the first shot of the Jack B, tries to convert to Moshi, but no. Crifes defuses the bomb. And AVA, it felt like that was theirs to win. But you were talking about the utility they dropped. It was good, but they did just all at once. They weren't saving that. And then they also had flashbangs there at the end. Instead of Konzi dry peeking into CT there, into the AWP Jack P, flashbang. Just don't even peek into it, just flashbang. Keep on pushing them back, and they weren't doing that.
It just feels like it's these little mistakes that are really costing AVA. Because when all was said and done, that looked to be a 5th round on the board, potentially, that they definitely could have picked up. But it's fine margins here in the decider map of Ancient Cypher getting aggressive now over towards Shelf. That grenade not going to find anything, but the AWP will instead chime in with success. And now Cypher will double up with the MP9. He's running, taking the fight straight to AVA, but Azuwu knocks him down at the very least.
I really like that, is the fact that Cypher threw a nade there to mask him when he peeked out. He didn't do any damage with a nade, but it just meant that AVA weren't even able to see him when he swings out. AVA getting a little bit of damage. If Meforia is actually able to get another frag here, I feel like it could be really successful going into the last 2 rounds of the half. Maybe even wins this. Okay, no, he gets the smoke was too deep and actually allows for a double swing, so we've been unfortunate. But 9-4, there's 2 rounds left in this half. AVA, I'd say minimum needs to get 1 more. I'd say at least 1 more. If they get both, honestly, happy days.
It's a real game on our hands either way. I think, yeah, 5 is the Absolute bare minimum. 6 would be AVA's expectation. 3 players leaning in, and Azuru wants to get aggressive. But 50 points of damage has already been taken away, but it doesn't matter. He still gets the kill and escapes.
And there's a lot of there's a push towards the B bomb site from EMP's kids. There's a lot of aggression very early on many different extremities of that map, and we're back into a 3v3. Joshua's taking some damage, Azuru's taking some damage, and now with a minute 25 on the clock, the dust is settling. Let's see where AVA go with this sudden control. Actually, there's no control. I wonder, like, there's sudden action, and they've just retracted all their control. At minute 15, they're in T-spawn.
Trying to figure out where to go. Trying to formulate a plan. Thinking about middle, but instead setting their sights towards A main, and that's exactly where Jack B resides. He's scoped in, holding with the AWP. One flashbang though, it could completely ruin his position.
Oh, 100%, and they do have that one flashbang. If Earl places this correctly, it'll be very, very tasty, but I think they can go for it dry. Jack B normally placed even towards middle or the B bomb site, tries to go for the no-scope, believes Earl in a 1v2 now. There's a player very close to Donut. I don't think he's going to realise Moshi there. Spam through smoke, does connect, and EMP's kids, they lead themselves onto double digits in AVA. No bomb plant means their money is very ropey with only 2,400 loss.
You understand the decision making to go for that contact peak though. You're trying to just catch the defense off guard, but AWP posted on the line. Unfortunately, it's not to be. As you quite rightly pointed out, Jack B not normally on that A.
Yeah, like it makes loads of sense why they would contact. It's just one of those things. It's like, hey, what can you do about that?
It's an auto sniper.
He's actually just got an auto sniper. Such BM, and Jack's even got the AWP, and they're going to erupt onto the B bomb site, which is actually quite bad. They have the auto sniper, but Joshua through the thin and the smoke and the fire will do quite well, and the auto sniper gets a kill. The auto sniper gets two. How has Christ with the auto been able to get that much? Jack almost through the smoke as well, and AVA, they could be looking to potentially falling down. EMV's actually picked up his auto sniper. Imagine if he'd won the round with the auto sniper.
Well, we don't live in that reality, Freddy. Instead, we live in one where EMP's kids defuses the bomb, takes 11 rounds with them onto the offensive side of this decider map of the upper bracket final against AVA.
I'm nervous for AVA here. On the city side, definitely they're going to have a lot of potential just to completely run away with it. But then I think they're going to have to focus on pistol round and then the first few rounds to start maintaining some success. Because in those last 2 rounds, or last 3 rounds of the first half, they got shut down. They definitely should have won that A bomb site hold, and they didn't. I think that's going to be one on their mental. And now Moshi potentially looking to do exactly what he did on the pistol round, but on the T side.
Last 3 pistols have been won by EMP's kids as well.
Oh, I didn't even on Dust 2.
Well, this one on Ancient and both of them on Dust 2.
Yeah, so they're looking to make it 4 for 4 in these last 2 maps. Meforia, he takes first contact, just falling away into Temple, and well, Moshi, he's a pistol god, I guess. He absolutely domes Meforia, and Jack, he holds the rotations rather nicely. Pistol's going to go the way of EMP's kids, and I think that could also be subsequently looking like it's going to be the game.
Certainly, it is actually just starting to feel like it. Especially with Jack B just locking in the flank as well. Already got 2 kills for his troubles. Might not even be needed, but then he does chime in with a third. EMP's kids takes another pistol round. And AVA, they need to start to build on this. They need to potentially just force in. Just get a round on the board, perhaps.
They don't have the rounds to play with, so I'm very surprised they've actually not elected to buy Deagles here. EMP's kids, they've got 4 AKs and a Mac 10 resource from exactly what they did on Dust 2 as well. Just going straight in with whatever they want, and same on Inferno. And well, against these USPs, they will take a little bit of damage onto Krives, but by and large, they are unscathed, and they're looking to just cement this one quite easily. Cypher is in a position here where he can activate himself to get quite a few kills and fund a little bit of money, which he doesn't.
Yeah.
Because Joshua, I think, killed Konzi through him.
Alright, oh, Euphoria's got a Zeus. Will he get a kill with it?
Is it too far? Like, if he wide swings, I think it's going to be difficult, but Josh could be on for the chopping block.
Have to wait and see. Joshua not willing to extend, so looks like electrocution will be spared, and no execution for the taser.
I believe. I see Yosh creeping. Come on, Yosh. Okay, like what you gotta do is you gotta like really close swing that. Even if you... Oh, you're such a puff. Sorry.
Doesn't
How
get it
dare
done.
he.
Doesn't want to overextend. 13 rounds for the EMP's kids. 3 rounds away. This is AVA after being dismantled on Dust 2. I said it there as well. They look like a shadow of the former self that they were on Inferno. It's like a completely different team is playing.
I think it's in part of what I was saying about the emotion of it, and that EMP's kids were getting in their own head quite a bit, and it allowed AVA, with the players that necessarily shouldn't be doing as well, do well, because that was a big part of it. And EMP's kids, we were looking especially at Cypher. I was criticizing him quite a bit with his lack of fragging potential on Inferno. And now, both on Dust 2 and Ancient, we are seeing the opposite. We're seeing them finally come into their own. We're seeing them finally actually put numbers on the board, where AVA, they really aren't, apart from Azulu.
Good kill distribution all across the board. Jack B. Oh, what is
what a
that?
shot.
Azuma will trade him out at the very least, but that's disgusting. Christ. Eliminates a player on towards this B bomb site. Oh, now it has to pick up the pieces, but can't get anything done. 4 versus 2, bomb site overrun.
It was the fact that he just ran in mid-dry as well. He has the full confidence to go for that. He holds the rotations momentarily. The frag he got is so huge, and now it's just Konzi and Azulu left alone. They're going to try save this. EMP's kids, they're going to propel themselves on the 14. They're 2 rounds away from closing up the map series and pushing them into the first team that we'll see in the grand finals tomorrow.
Yep, AVA 2 rounds away from waking up that little bit earlier as well to start off the day, trying to battle their way back in, and it's been unfortunate. I really liked what we were seeing on Inferno, and it just feels like the other maps are just not as strong as the old Reliable.
Yeah, Inferno was a bit of both. It was a bit of two things. Firstly, just on the face of it, Inferno is AVA's best map. They were looking at like, grand, okay, we love this, we're going to pick into it. And then, because EMP kids don't like it, it was like, oh, perfect, double-barreled. It's really helpful that our best map, they don't like it, what more could you want? And now looking over at Dust 2, I remember I was sitting behind them, EMV just turns around and goes, how do you play this map? I was in the toilet with, and I was coming out of the toilet with EMV and Mephoria, and they were like, I think they were like, yeah, Konzi hasn't played this map yet.
It's not ideal.
Post changes, that is.
Yeah. EBS kids, they've got a free A bomb site, and we're speaking of things that aren't really ideal, and this is definitely one of them. Joshua trying to push in behind the fire and the flames. It just completely disguises where he is. Can't quite convert the kill. That HE does a lot of damage, though.
Yeah, Jack's on 1 HP. The retake is going to be attempted. There is 2 kits on Mephoria and Azulu. They still got to hurry up, and especially with his counter utility. We were mentioning how with AVA they're a little bit trigger happy with that sometimes, and now it looks like EMP's kids are a little bit more calm and collected. 3 coming from Donuts, and they're going to get mowed down unless Azulu has something to say about it. Azulu's got 3 kills. He's looking to try and propel his team forward, and Azulu has just dominated all of them. Saved AVA once again. Was that an ace?
I'll be honest with you, I don't really know. I was looking at Mephoria and how low he was. He was 1 bullet away from getting off the bomb.
That was so amazing from Azulu. He's once again shown why he's the best player in this game. And he's such an up-and-coming talent in the UK scene.
Yeah, he really is. Proving it time and time again. Whatever challenge he faces, he delivers. But can only deliver 1 kill on towards mid right now. Moshi will silence him, and once Azulu has fallen, the rest of AVA soon topple like dominoes. EMV at the very least will aggress all the way over, but Jack B's going to catch out Konzi's rotation.
He will indeed, and that is going to leave EMV all alone. I think this is coming to the end of the madness.
Oh.
The EMV does get... Like, Kraus and Moshi are actually really low. He has no kit, and he is actually going to jump over. That nade and this flashbang, oh, that mod, what is happening? Okay, Cypher trolling a little bit there.
Oh,
that's
he's
the one.
saving.
Yeah,
oh, he doesn't know.
That's the one high HP player dead as well. He's picked up a kit. He's saving the AWP over. The money is not good. They do have full loss bonus, I'm pretty sure, still, so they can try and just throw something and see if it sticks to a wall. Pretty much this next round.
Have to try something. And, well, what they're going to have to muster up, Freddy, is 10 flawless rounds of CT gameplay.
Kreis has 21 frags, and Mosh has got 15 to 9. Mosh is not a player, as we were saying, that you'd expect to be at this potential within this team. Just on... You can hear Valorant from here.
Valorant's getting hyped.
Yeah, Valorant's getting hyped. Didn't think you could do it for that game.
That's rude.
Yeah, sadly enough, I think the hype is coming to an end on this front as AVA, definitely the dark horses in this tournament so far, are falling momentarily to EMP's kids.
That nade, it might silence, but Azulu is going to push in, try and take the fight towards Shelf. He just wants to do everything for his team, and actually he's going to deliver a kill, and a second as well. Jack P's eliminated.
That's actually unreal from Azulu. That's so good. EMV responding over towards the bomb site along Earl, leaving Kroos left alone. AVA, they're going to have to win 10 rounds in a row flawlessly. This is 1 of the 10, now 9, to make it to overtime, and it's possible.
Is it?
I think it is.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
When Azulu is playing like that, anything's possible, Brandon.
Alright.
Konzi's going to grow a pair of hands, and they're going to win this game.
Okay.
I did say to him, I said to them, double overtime.
Well, that's
my predictions, they could be coming true, Brandon. It's a tall order, especially with EMP kids barreling towards an open A bomb site. AVA have rolled out the red carpet for them. The closest player is Mephoria and Konzi actually as well. And yeah, well, the trades, they're going to go very much in favour of EMP's kids. Jack B is having a field day. He hits his 20 mark, and it's all down to EMV and L. Azulu is not here this time to try and save his team.
No, he's not. Ticked down low by the Molotov. Flashbangs will rain in. Through the smoke they go. Joshua was fully blind, but still takes EMV to the grave with him. And with Crife's killing blow, EMP kids will beat and take down Ava. The reverse sweep is in, and they do it in such a dominant fashion.
Yeah, very nicely done from EMP kids. They were definitely in their own head that first map. They 100%. Should have probably taken that home, but they did not. AVA, they are still in it because this is the upper bracket grand final. We'll see them tomorrow at 9 AM for the consolidation final.